Hey, bro, can you help me tune, man? I'm
Sure,
a little tuned.
sure.
Okay. I think it was in tune, actually. All right.
Yeah. That's good. Not bad.
Oh, that was out of tune. I knew
one's
something
out.
was out of tune. Good.
There we go.
All right, ready?
Yep.
1, 2, ready, go. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Good start, yeah.
Nice, nice. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Yeah, this is the Dad Poet Society, and we're here with a doctor dad, a dad of doctors. Is that how we?
Dad, who is a doctor?
So, but it's a good buddy of mine, and dude, we go way back, long before the days of fatherhood. But Dr. Gregory Snevel, and so you know, first question we ask is, you know, what do you do when you're not on dad duty? So I think all the hardware behind us kind of gives a little away. But
I'm a dentist, and so what I do is help patients and with education and treatment to help them be healthy and, you know, address any issues or concerns that they have.
Nice. So I'm one of them. So
Yep.
bonus video after this is when I was doing the floss like a boss as one of my monthly challenges. People were saying I was doing it wrong.
Okay.
And so I said that, okay, well, I'll bring in the
expert.
I'll bring in the expert, and so you actually have a pair of teeth for
Yes.
me to teach me
To train. Yes, to practice on.
but not with real floss because I'm not coordinated up for that. I can barely do the floss
Alright.
picks apparently. So,
Okay.
but
We'll try. We'll
cool.
figure it out.
Very cool. So, but yeah, so and you're still jamming. So, what do you play out at all, or you just
No,
kinda
just hobby mostly, you know, and when
Okay.
in my free time when I get it,
Gotcha.
I try and play.
Gotcha. And then, so for those of you who don't know, Snevel and I, so when I used to call him Snevel, that's why. It was the sticker on our helmet
Yeah.
of Willoughby Middle football.
Yeah.
And I was my first year in school. I was homeschooled till 7th grade. So that's literally, I knew no one's first name. I knew everybody's last name because it was what was taped to
On
our
the
helmets.
helmet.
So just,
Right.
so if I call him Snevel, that's, I'm just programmed that way. So sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, man. So we met in 7th grade football.
Yep.
The Warriors, baby.
That's
and
right.
Then,
Willoughby Middle.
yeah, we were the most mediocre football team that ever exists. So, but you guys went on to win conference
We
championships.
kept playing, yeah, we
Yep.
stayed together.
Yep. So I tapped out because I wasn't tough enough, I guess, to play the foosball. But in our spare time back then, we had a little band going on.
Yep.
And a little 5 brick wall.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So, what was fun with you, man, it was just kind of, so it was me and Monty, and we would like Monty and Lang would always like butt heads on how the song should go, and it was like Chip and Langham like kind of work on one side,
Right.
so like the song should do this, and then Monty would like recruit me over his side, and then we'd all look at you as the tiebreaker.
Yeah, right.
And this every time after hours of arguing, dude, like you were so steadfast and just like I'm not getting in the middle of this. You just be like. the Snevel goes like, but you were the only
That's
true
funny.
musician in the group, so it was fun. We were all pretty much like kind of self-taught. Like,
Yeah.
like,
I was the only one who had like lessons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So he was like, before he was an official doctor, he was like, you're like the doctor of stuff. You're like, I should maybe understand what I'm doing. We're just like, we'll figure
Let's
it out
just
as we
do it.
go. Jump in. But yeah, Victor Wooten
Uh-huh.
was this kind of this.
One of my inspirations.
Yes. So you would always, it was cool because you would find ways to like insert true music into our little like,
Yeah.
very amateur punk rock, pop, whatever songs we were playing. So,
Right.
but very good times. And this is just me, a lot of talking. I'm so good to see you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
It's been a while.
So,
We haven't
but
seen
yeah.
each other in a while.
But yeah, so I guess, what else do you do when you're not on dad duty?
I like to go outside. I like to be outdoors. I have a dog, so I spend a lot of time with the dog.
Okay.
Exercise.
You brush your dog's teeth.
I do not brush my dog's
Do you
teeth.
floss the dog's teeth?
I do not brush my dog's teeth.
Are you
Don't
surprised?
kill me. The internet's now gonna come after me.
Sorry. No, sorry. I never would have thought to ask that question to anybody else. Had
Yeah.
you brought it up. Sorry, but
Yeah.
okay. But don't they make like food that cleans their teeth or something like that?
They make like bones and stuff like they can eat that are supposed
gotcha.
to scrub their teeth. But,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha. Perfect. So
Yeah.
that's for asking that question. You're probably gonna give me a bone next time I come in to see you. Or just no, we're not gonna clean your teeth. Just go
Just gnaw on this.
Just go chew on this in the parking lot. So
Right.
cool, man. All right, very good. So you out there? So are you still fishing and hunting and all that stuff?
Yep.
Okay.
Fishing, hunting, as much as I can. I don't get as much free time as I used to now.
Yeah.
But I'm still, it's still a hobby. I still try and stay active with it.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like the hunt when I went hunting as last time I was like middle school, but like I think at the time in my life I was just if I wasn't doing something,
Yeah.
like I felt like I was missing out, kind of a little FOMO,
Right.
but like I think now it's like that would actually probably be like it's got to be therapeutic. Like,
Oh, it is.
sitting there
And just being
silent.
quiet.
Yes.
And just still.
Yeah.
And not, trying not to think of anything else, and just really, taking in nature and just being in that kind of
Yeah.
environment is very relaxing.
If you could only pick one, hunting or fishing, which one would it be?
Fishing.
Fishing?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little more activity in fishing
Gotcha.
than hunting, but
And you can smell like yourself.
Yeah, right.
You don't have to like bathe in
Right.
in dough pee, like just
yeah, I don't have to worry about that.
Those are my hunting clothes. I'm
Right.
not allowed to touch the non-hunting clothes. So
Yeah,
there's a lot of stress, dude.
it is.
It's a lot
It
of
is.
stress. So all right, cool, awesome, man. Well, very good. So anything else that you do when you're not on dad duty and it's kind of just
Music
Summertime.
a lot,
Mhm.
chilling,
yeah. Still got it. Still got it. I wish I had my pick. My cruiser mirrors is trying to run away. So, that's good. Yeah, just eat, man.
Just eat.
So,
Easy
that was-
peasy.
all right. Well, so that's just we're having a little jam session to celebrate you saving someone's tooth. So, we're back. This is cool. This is a first time for me and doing all these Team IBB videos and all that. I've never had anybody just have an emergency
pause
go
and
on.
have an
Like, oh, just
emergency.
pause the video. Let's handle it and good. So.
Yeah, we always
Um,
try and treat emergencies right away. It's an emergency,
Yeah.
so it needs to be addressed.
Yes. So, again, not planned, but just talking about like. So now, again, I think it falls under the non-dad duty,
Right.
umbrella, so to speak. But like, this is something that a lot of people that watch this, a lot of people that we're interviewing, and dads are interviewing, it's like a lot of them are run a business. It's like, you are a doctor, you're a dentist, but you're also. It's like I feel like a lot of people forget, like, oh yeah, you're running the business, you're having to figure out, like, what do we do about taxes, what do we do about payroll, what about this,
Yeah.
So I guess, for you, like, for me, my problem is usually I hear emergency all the time. So like if someone says, hey James, can you help me with blah, or hey, I was looking to chat with you about whatever it is. I don't hear like, hey, well, yeah, let's chat next week, or maybe next month, or maybe they're like, hey,
It's
just
now.
I hear now.
Yeah.
So that obviously at home, and when I'm on dad duty, and especially as a husband, it's like it's such a wrestling match where I can like, and I've gotten better at it, but like I'm there physically, but mentally I'm like, gotta help so and so. So I guess like today's technically this is a day off,
Right.
And you're taking an emergency call, so like you got to do what you got to do. But I guess is there some over the years, is there something that has helped you that we could share with other dads out there, or just other business owners out there that you think has helped you kind of like do the dance of weaving in and out of family, business, dad, husband stuff?
Wow, that's a question.
Very long Schleicher question. It was like 87 paragraphs. So,
I think if you have an idea in your head of what you want your business to be and how it is supposed to present itself to the public and your clientele.
Okay.
And so when you're presented with those situations, you have to prioritize and come up with a schedule that works, so that you can attend to those dad issues, so that you're not lost and that you're constantly thinking of something else. So you just have to kind of like, partition your time and your brain into those two separate kind of things.
Is it so? I try to compartmentalize as much as I can. So that kind of helps you kind of like, hey, this is this goes in this section, this goes in that section.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with like the Monday off, and so like just how you pick your schedule, is there kind of like, hey, this is just kind of how our practice has always been, or is it something where
I kind of inherited that. It was always, the practice was always closed on Mondays.
Okay.
And so I just continued that practice when I took over.
Gotcha. And two, I'm assuming that just because you're closed on Mondays doesn't mean you're not doing a crap ton of work.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I'm assuming that you're like catching up on
mostly, Mondays is usually my admin time when I catch up on all the business stuff that I can't necessarily deal with when I'm seeing patients.
Yes. So it's hard to do paperwork when you're like
jumping from room to room,
like tooth to tooth.
Right.
Cool. Very good, man. So again, a lot of unplanned questions here, so I appreciate you rolling with them. But man. So I think that so you're talking about before the emergency came in. Anything else that you do when you're not on dad duty? I know you talked about the music, fishing, hunting, hanging with the puppy. Anything else, brother?
Spend time with the wife sometimes. Try and get some one-on-one time. It's hard with a toddler, but we try and make an effort for that.
Gotcha. Do you do any like? Because I was trying to like schedule date nights. But again, talking about like I don't have to stress about date night with Erica because it's on the calendar and it's what we do every Friday night, or just like what I was trying. That's just. It's easy for me. It's like boring for her, but like not realistic, I guess, for the most part. But like, is there anything that you try to do that has helped like kind of keep that time for you two, and in that way, so that you can still focus on each other, not just the baby?
It's hard. It's really hard.
Okay.
To do that.
So it's really hard. Just keep trying. Try your best. So. Work at it, but cool, man. Awesome. Well, anything else?
Okay.
All right.
Next question.
Yes, next question. Schleicher, shut up. Right, about it. Okay, so how did becoming a dad change your life? So like, take me through, obviously you have the whole pregnancy, it's leading up to that, and then like, it's like you're like, trying to picture this I'm a dad moment, and then do the second your daughter's born. Like, what went through your mind? Like, what was it like for you?
Well, I think like I spent a lot of the time during the pregnancy like trying to picture myself as a dad, and like what that would look like. Yeah. And then when it actually happened, it was completely not like anything that I planned or thought about ahead of time. Yeah. So I just got. It changed, but I think the big thing that changes when you have a kid, or when I had the kid, is that all of a sudden, you know, my life gets filtered through this lens now
Yes.
of the kid.
Yes.
And so everything is, all the decisions that I make, all the choices that I make, all have to reflect this extra kind of step.
Yeah.
Now I have to consider,
Yeah.
you know, this person that I'm responsible for, and so that
Kind of big
factors
deal.
into factors
It's-
into everything.
It's kind of like you get this new like dad algorithm kind of thing that we're just like this decision tree that you have to like go through,
Right.
instead of just being like, I want to, so I'm gonna do it. Like,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
Are there certain things that, I don't know, so how old is she now?
She's gonna be 2 in July.
2, okay. This is cool. It's crazy how much you forget. Like JJ's 6 now, Julia's 4. It's like you forget all that, and then like I swear it's like wherever they're at, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait till they're the next age.
Yeah.
But then you look back at like the pictures and the video, like, oh, they were so cute.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I wish I had that. So I guess what is she into now at 2? Like what's going on at 2 years old, and how is that changing your life?
We watch a lot of Coco Melon.
Yes.
She loves Coco Melon. She loves
Yes.
cartoons.
Yes.
We work a lot with words and sounds, trying to get her to talk. But right now she's starting to enter into her 2s, and she's starting to explore more and push boundaries more and demand more, and so it's like every time you get used to something, it changes. So once we get her sleep pattern down, her eating pattern down, where it becomes like a thing that we can depend on, then it changes. Every like 2 to 4 weeks, just a total shift of everything, and then you're trying to figure it out.
Dude, that's what's wild. Oh, yeah, it's like you're like, I got this.
Yeah.
And then they wake up the next day and
Yeah.
you're like, I don't got this.
Yeah, right.
So is it like, I know Julia, for me, it's out the womb, it was like having, you're talking about getting bossy, like she was my second wife, second like boss at home.
Really?
And I definitely had a, like, my epiphany was just kind of like slightly was, you're my mom and my wife wrapped up into one. Like the two most loving women I've ever met, and just the 2 best women I've ever met in my entire life. But definitely the 2 most like steadfast. Like there's no deterring my mom and my wife, and so I'm just like, oh man, I'm
You're
screwed.
in trouble.
I'm so screwed, you know.
Yeah.
So, but so I guess is it like, does she emulate your wife a lot? Like I feel like Julia, all she wants to do is be Erica, and do whatever Erica does. Like,
I haven't seen that really. She does her own thing.
Gotcha.
She's really independent. Yeah,
That's cool. That's cool.
She just does her own thing. I haven't seen that yet.
Right.
Maybe that comes out when they get a little older.
I don't know, man. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I don't know. And that's something it's like you can't really get advice or give advice because like every kid's different.
It's totally unique.
Completely different. So but okay. So Coco Melon. I can still hear kind of like it, because it's not like a jingle. It's not like a song, but it's kind of like some noises that like when it does the intro into the next video.
Right. Dum ba dum ba dum. Stuff like that.
Yeah. And the thing, did she watch the Pink Fong?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the Coco Melon, and I always think Pink Fong.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. Very cool. So, awesome, man. So, anything else that you would like want to share about like how becoming a dad changed your life?
I think I was excited, but I was really scared. And I was even scared in the first like 2-3 months. I was still pretty scared. Now I'm not so scared as scared. But yeah, that was something that was very real when she got born, was the fear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, 'cause dude, it's just like you truly don't know what you're doing, right? And then like they send you home with the baby, like so you're bringing it again. How the human mind, we've all stayed alive
Yeah.
Because we all forget very quickly all those moments. But like, yeah, man, it was terrifying, and like JJ, like he wasn't eating, and it was just like, it's like I remember like holding him and just like I'm like he's like dying in
Yeah.
my hand, like he's like I can't do anything, like you know, you first get home, it's like so terrifying.
It's a big shock.
So terrifying. So what was like, what was like some of the things that like, I don't know, it scared you the most? I guess what are the things, like obviously nobody likes changing diapers and all that, but I guess like would you like always like hover over and just make sure she's breathing kind of
Yeah,
thing?
or like stare at the baby monitor and like, oh my god, she didn't move.
Like okay, it's like, is it frozen? Is it frozen?
Right. It's buffering.
We need, it's buffering. Look, like we need new batteries. We need new batteries.
Yeah.
Dude, the baby. So do you still have the monitors?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I forgot about that. So, well, that's another thing. Like, and then she's still like kind of as best she can, like on a nap schedule kind of thing.
Yeah.
So what's again? Let me tell you. In one breath, we're saying every kid's different, but I guess is there any tips for nap time for any dads out there that are still in that phase?
Just be consistent.
Be consistent. Okay.
Yeah, that's just the same time.
Yep. Gotcha.
Every time. That's the biggest thing.
Gotcha. And the kid, I mean, like they crave the structure. They do,
right.
You know, so as much again, they're talking about being independent and pushing the bound. Like they want to push the boundaries, but know that they want to know that the line's there. They want to cross it, but they just want to know it's there too.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
but,
for sure.
No, that's cool, man.
For sure.
What else?
What else was I afraid of? Or advice.
Just anything, man.
Anything.
Anything, bro.
I don't know.
There's so much.
It's been it's been such a whirlwind, and I can't believe how fast it's happened.
Yes.
2 years like that.
Did you? It's not that you don't like it, but people are like, oh, dude, like it goes fast or blah blah. You're like, oh, not me, right? Not I am gonna savor every moment, and it's gonna go by nice. Like, dude, like, I think the best way I've heard it described is like, the days are long, but the years are short. Like the days aren't long, man; they're an eternity.
Yeah.
Like for a lot of those days. But is there any ways that you try like remind yourself to like hang on to like this is I'm gonna miss this when when she's older, I'm gonna miss this, or like, is there any like thing that you do to kind of help remind yourself to be present?
My wife is really good at pulling me into the present if I'm not paying enough attention. So she's very good about that. We take lots of photos.
Yeah.
Lots of pictures, and we just look through them and go back and reminisce, and
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have I take so many I'm like, oh, this photos, like, oh, that's perfect, or like videos. I never post them. Like I used to, like I guess I used to post them every now. Like I try as best I can, but like you have a ton of photos. They're like, oh, I can't wait to post this, or like, oh, I can't wait to share this, and then it's just.
Yeah, we make snapfish. Is that it? Where you can like make like books and stuff.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So that's what we do with them.
Okay, that's
so
sweet.
every couple of months we'll make a new picture book.
That is a sweet little dad hack.
Yeah.
That's sweet. So all right, make little mini albums.
Yeah.
Every few months. So
every couple of months, and like you can put the dates on them, or you can name them something if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like
it's a good thing that,
very cool.
And that way because otherwise you got 1,000 pictures on your phone.
Yep.
And you're just.
Yep. Well,
so when you put it in a book, then it's a little different.
It's so different. Like even like when like JJ or Julie, they'll have who's your family at daycare? Who's your JJ had to do a project of him and his family. It's for it was a week all about JJ. So it was did the poster board thing and pictures. So but it was taking pictures, going up to this the store to have them converted to actual dude. Holding an actual photo is it's cool. I like you. It's just weird that used to be
the way
every photo we ever had was just you're looking through it. So it's kind of man, I feel like it has a much deeper meaning feeling when you're actually holding that.
A little more sentimental.
So, yeah. Thank you. It's so real. It's in your hands.
Right.
So,
Right.
But very cool. What else?
What other things do we do?
You do a million things on a daily basis,
Oh, yeah.
but it's just like, it's all good, man. It's all good. Was it? So you noticed that? That's something I noticed as well when we're doing like these dad videos. Is we start asking about like, you know, what do you do and like what's it like, and it's usually within a few sentences or so, or by, you know, a few minutes into it, it's just like, even myself, just like, oh, it's like so much,
so many
you know,
things
like,
to
so
do.
it's like you're like mind shutting down, like
Yeah.
too much.
Too much
But,
information
oh,
overload.
dude, that's awesome. So well, cool, man. What kind of so I guess, you know, next question I would ask is, you know, what do you love most about being a dad? What are some of the things that you love about being a dad?
My daughter has this very funny laugh. When she laughs and smiles and she like crinkles her nose,
Yeah.
like the bridge of her nose,
Yeah.
that makes me laugh every time.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, is it like a Snevel laugh, or is it more from your wife's side, or is it kind of like your own thing?
It's her own thing. Doesn't
Okay.
sound like my laugh. Maybe my wife's a little bit. And she's also real big into hugging now.
Awesome.
So lots of hugs all the time,
Awesome.
which is,
The best, dude.
feels the best.
The
yeah.
best. The best.
That's
dude.
great.
Awesome. What else?
It's just fun. You know, it's fun to watch her
Yes.
kind of take in the world and process everything, and you can see her mind is working and she's thinking about things and she's, you know, weighing consequences and actions and stuff like
Yeah.
that. That's really fun to watch that happen as she's, you know, getting older and getting more to that point. You're seeing more and more of that behavior, which is really
Do you like
fun.
so you've seen her sometimes like she's looking at, you can tell she's looking to do something she shouldn't,
Yeah.
or she's not sure if she should.
Yeah.
So that just like fun to see how like it plays out.
Right.
Oh, dude, yes.
Right, or you tell her not to do something and she looks at you kind of
Oh.
sheepishly, and you know she's gonna
Oh,
do
yeah.
it.
It's dude, Julia, she might have been like does your daughter, does she do like it's like, obviously I didn't teach her that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if like, but it's like it's wild how instinctually like because JJ never did it. Like JJ
Yeah.
would, you know, like, but Julia, like, she knew she was in trouble, or she knew that it was something she shouldn't be doing, and she just
Yeah.
that little like
Give you
I'm
that sweet face.
I'm like, how are you doing this? Like,
Yeah.
how are you, like, and it rings in your head. I am so screwed. So, but cool, man. What else?
It's nice to have a reason, someone to do stuff with,
Mm-hmm.
to go places. You know, now our free time isn't necessarily spent doing our own pursuits, which is fine now because we're doing this. You know, we're focusing our attention on the kid, and that's fun. That you'd think that wouldn't be fun because you're sacrificing, you know, your own
Mhm.
personal,
Yeah.
whatevers, but it makes a difference, and it's fun.
Yeah.
You know, to do stuff and plan stuff and those kind of things.
Yeah. It's can go back to the Cocomelon type stuff. Like, before you have a kid, like, and you know, so we had friends that had kids before we did, or you know,
Mhm.
like whether it's family that has kids before, you know, and it's just like you love them, right? Because it's your friend or family's kid, but it's
right.
like, this is off. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, oh yeah, dude, we're doing this, da da da, or like I'm watching this show and da da da, and it's so funny. Oh, it's like, you know, Cocomelon is so funny, right? You're just like, what? Like,
Yeah.
what? No, like,
Yeah.
and so, but it is wild, man. Yeah, it's just like no one necessarily tells you, like, hey, like all my Batmans. Like I said, I was telling you, like, he made an awesome Batman painting for me. That's one of the few Batman things that has survived
Yeah.
the dad having a bat cave to now dad just basically having a little hole in the basement where
Yeah.
I can go and kind of cram all my
Yeah.
dad stuff. But like, it's I just look, because dude, I was, you know, doing all these, like, I had all these Batman collectibles, and there was everything Batman, and this, it was like the second JJ was born. I remember like coming home from the hospital, and obviously super terrified. And
Yeah.
then I look around and I'm just like, what was I getting all this stuff for? And especially like so much of it, like, this is gonna be broken. This is all gonna be broken. Like all my special things that I hold dear and cherish, they're all gonna be broken, and all the value that I've been like, collecting for it's all gonna get destroyed. So like, I don't know, because obviously, I mean, you got nice guitar and all that, so like and I think it's like definitely a dude thing, and especially a dad thing, where it's like we kind of have like the last little piece of me that I just have to myself. So
I have a room.
So I guess has there been any moments where she's maybe broken something, and it's like you have that moment where like, it was my favorite thing, but I love you so much. Like, have you ever had any of those? Like,
yeah, she did that to one of my models that I had. She played with it and broke it, and I was sad, but like you said, at the same time, all my stuff got pushed into a room, and so if I don't keep the door shut, then it's kind of on me.
Game over, dude.
So I accepted the responsibility for it.
Yeah, there's like, and I don't know about you, like there's, again, as they get bigger and they can reach new heights, right?
Yeah.
But like, there's a few things like, JJ, don't touch, JJ, like, hey, this is Dad, don't touch that. And then, same thing, I leave the door to the basement open, and I'm like, I didn't remember what I was doing, but like I was on dad duty, and basically went down there, and I come down, and he's got some of like the stat. He's like just doing what looks awesome, which is playing with these like
toys.
superhero, I'm like, so I'm like, okay, well, I guess these are toys that we play with now.
Yeah.
So these are not collectibles anymore. So it's good times. Good times. Good times having your heart broken and your stuff broken, but loving it. It's just interesting.
At the same time, yeah.
But
you can be so mad, but you can't be mad at them.
Yes.
At your kid.
Yes.
I think you can be mad about what they did, but you just can't get mad at them.
Yeah.
At least I can.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, don't get mad. It's just stuff.
Yeah.
It's just stuff. My mom did all the time. The person is more important than the thing. Like just over, like you, my brothers, too.
Yeah.
We're all four of us are like kind of jam packed within 6 years, and just always just fighting and competing over everything. But it's just always like, the person's more important.
Right.
The person's more important. So like, I guess on that note, like, is there anything like you find yourself from your like mom and dad that like they would always say that you say it and you're like,
I have a feeling that'll come around when she's a teenager.
Okay.
Because that's when my parents said most of their things to me.
Most of the Snevel goodies were saved for the teen years?
We're saved for teen years,
awesome.
So I have a feeling that it'll come up again.
That's awesome. Very good, very good. What else, man? What else? Sorry, I mumble. Anything else you love about being a pops?
It's a good, you feel, how do I put this? When your life is all about you, that's not a very complete life. I don't think. And so, when you add in these other things, career, hobbies, family, then that starts to fill up and round out your life. So I like that feeling.
Yeah. I don't know, I think it is chaotic as parenthood is. I think like for me, it was the first thing that ever helped me really put my life into perspective.
Yeah.
Like, because things go wrong at work, and they always will. Like humans and technology will always find a way to break down, have an error, have some goose. And you're dealing with humans and technology everywhere you go all the time. So it's like stuff's gonna go wrong all the time.
Yeah.
But it was like before JJ was born, it was kind of like I don't know. It was just immature to think that like, okay, that was such an important thing, or just like that was the most important thing in life, was to like be all upset and try and fix whatever was going on. Like you still want to fix things, but COVID quarantine, dude, was a perfect example of like, I literally can't do anything. Or like when your daughter gets sick and it's like, well, we literally can't do anything. So I guess is that been kind of something that you've noticed as well, is like it's helped you just kind of be like, not throw your hands up in the air and just be like, well, I give up kind of thing, but it's more of like, well, this is it and this is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Like how has that process kind of been for you?
I think, you know, you said it right when you said perspective. I think that is important, and that definitely changes when you have a kid. I'm still pretty invested in the business, and I still get kind of worked up over it at times, but you know, and reminding yourself that you have another person that's depending on you kind of puts that in relief and puts it back in its place where it belongs.
Yeah, and I can't remember who said it, but someone had mentioned to me, like, he's like, James, like, you know, IBB, that was like your first kid.
Yeah.
And it's like, with your practice, like, it's, you know, it's not a living, breathing person. Like, well, it has a tax ID.
Right.
It doesn't have a social, but it has a tax ID.
Right.
So, but like, you know, and you're legally responsible for it, and it's people's livelihoods are dependent. You know, I mean, so it's just interesting, like, you know, because it was like kind of our baby. Like, it's still our, you know, child, so to speak. It's like it's still a living, breathing thing, you know, figuratively speaking. But like, it's, yeah, man. Like, I try to remind myself. My one buddy it came up in one of these conversations, and I was like, man, I haven't met anybody who on their deathbed has said, I wish I ignored my family more, you know. And it's just kind of like, for whatever reason, like that's, I wrote out a post-it note and like, you know, taped it to my laptop. It's like a little reminder, like, you know, put the business away, you know. So, but man, is there anything that you kind of keep around, whether it's kind of in your head, like whether you like about the dad algorithm kind of thing, or even at the office, is there certain things that you kind of like help keep as cues to like, all right, dude, it's just work, snap out of it. Photos?
Yeah, I got photos all around my computer.
Okay. Gotcha. So just, it's like, you're getting stuff
right
here, and it's like literally, okay, all right, cool.
Right there where I need it.
Gotcha. So get your family photos, everybody. And dude, Erica makes fun of, like, I think that's a wife's job, right? Is to make fun of her husband 24/7. But like, I have like, so this is her favorite color, green. This is Julia gave this to me. Like, I think these are girls' hairbands. I think so. Yeah. So I'm not supposed to technically have them, but like they make me happy and they remind me of like, okay, you know, we got Erica, Julia, and then this is JJ's the game. You know, so just kind of like everything for me is, I'm trying. Erica's like, you're always into it. It's always some gimmick. You know, like some like, well, it's whatever works. You know, works and just but yeah, man. And I got these are actually my IBB JJs. These are my Air Force Ones.
Nice.
IBB JJ. I don't know if you see. I'm sorry for the leg. I just ruined the video, but it blinded everybody. But yeah, man, it's just kind of like again talking about things you do before you're a dad.
Oh yeah.
It was before JJ was born. I was like, Erica's like, you know, what do you want for my birthday's January 24th. His is February 24th. She said, what do you want for your birthday? I'm like, oh, I've been like online, like making these IBB JJ shoes, and so these are my It's a Boy shoes with it, you know. And when we were in the hospital, so Erica's in labor for almost 24 hours. I'm laying there on my phone making a custom Team IBB Air Force One. I have another pair of these, so just kind of like, there's never been another pair of shoes made since they've been born. Yeah. So it's kind of like, interesting again, talking about the things that, like, yeah, I still love them, but like, I'm like, the shoe was like the most like, oh, this is so meaningful, and this is, you know, so it's still a representation, but like, it can never come close to like the actual thing. You know what I mean? So it's, I don't know. You got any custom shoes, bro?
No.
You have like custom guitars and stuff, right?
Guitars,
so you have custom things that are, you know, actually hard to make. Well, you actually do stuff with your hands, like you fix teeth, you hunt, you fish. I'll be your cheerleader, dude. Like, you're doing great, man. Catch that fish. You're doing great. So, but very cool, man. Well, anything else to add, at least on that part, before we jump into how you want to be remembered as a dad?
No, I think we hit on everything.
Isn't it wild too? Like, you probably had an idea of like what you were gonna say, and then like the conversation just, especially being with me. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
my bad. Like, I'm always like the Schleicher train. It's always it's a crazy
Turning.
train, babe. It's a crazy train. But yeah, just it's like one thing just sparked like
Yeah.
oh, you know. So, but yeah, man. So just getting deep with it, bro. You know, how do you want to be remembered as a dad?
I think like I want to be remembered. I want my daughter, when she remembers me, to remember that I was like kind and supportive. That I could, that I was someone that she could talk to. And be a good provider for her and for my family. Those are kind of how I want to be remembered.
Nice. I like it. Is there like certain things that you try to do that like, and obviously she's 2. I mean, she's
Yeah.
even though she's 2, it's like they can. I feel like Julia, man, like as much as me and her like are very close now, like until she was able to like communicate, she would just get so angry that she couldn't communicate
Yeah.
what she wanted, and like I said, she was always going to Erica. So, and I guess having JJ too, like there's a different dynamic there, but it just kind of seemed like the harder I tried to like have a relationship with her, the worse it got. Kind of,
really?
Just like it was just weird. So, but like by now, she'll just, I don't know, like, Daddy, I love you. And he's like, yes.
Yeah.
It's good. Like, but just when she started to be able to communicate what she wanted and what was, like it just, dude.
Yeah.
I love you, Julia. I'll say this to your face, not just on the internet, but it's like, I mean, I thought she was like sent here to destroy me.
To destroy you?
She didn't sleep, dude. Like she didn't sleep. She didn't want to eat. She just, again, to talk about like our daughters should probably be best friends. Just like completely, like Julie doesn't need anybody, but she always wants Erica, if that makes sense. But like oh my gosh, I was like, she's gonna be like, what did I do? I'm like trying to think, like, did I wrong someone so bad, and like the universe has sent me this job? Yeah. But dude, it's just she went, and now she's like, she's still got her moments, but dude, she's just so sweet. Like, talking about kind and sweet. So sorry, I just like totally stole your stuff, but like I just try to think, like I try to remind myself to like be like I want them to be kind, but it's like I have to be like soft. I have to be like a teddy bear.
Yeah.
And like even when it's like they're rushing to go, Erica's trying to rush to take her and JJ to school, and she has her little Whiskers. It's her little like a little cat like stuffed animal thing, and she's like, and I'm like trying, like how it is, like trying, like, hey, not trying to rush you, but we are kind of running late, going. And Mom's gonna kill me, like you don't understand, like Mom's gonna hurt me, like so you're like trying to like be patient, but like they want to get in the seat, they don't want to get in the car seat, they're trying to and just don't offend, like Whiskers, what needs a kiss? I'm like, and just like in that moment, I just want to be like, like the default, is like, we don't have time for kisses, for fake cats, like we don't like. But then you're like, that's the moment, like that's it, like how do you get them to be kind? It's like,
you have to show it, you have to model it.
Kiss your stuffed animal. It's disgusting. It goes everywhere with you. I just saw it on the floor, like just But like, man. So I guess is there like certain things that maybe have stuck out that like this was a cool moment where I caught myself, wanting to default to like a kind of adult mode. Maybe you're just kind of like, what's going on. She doesn't really understand, but like you're able to kind of like capture the moment to like show that kindness or that love.
Yeah. Bath time. Bath time is an adventure.
I hate that.
So I have
Thank you. This is the stuff they don't tell you about. It's bath time is not
Not fun.
It is not fun at all.
No.
It is not fun.
No.
Sorry. Go.
Bath time is definitely where my
Preach about bath
where
time,
my
sorry.
patience gets tested the most with her is in bath time. But like you said, you have to take a moment, you have to take a breath, and you have to, like you said, if you want a certain behavior or something like that, you have to model it, you have to show it to them. Otherwise, how else are they going to know how to act or behave in those moments,
And they're picking up everything.
Yeah.
Every little thing.
They're sponges.
Oh, dude, especially when you think they're not looking, that's when they're looking the most.
Yeah.
I swear. So, dude, bath time's the worst. So now is bath time before bedtime?
Yes.
Because I think that makes it double awful, right? Because like bedtime comes, is your dog like? I swear they turn into the cutest kids ever when it's like because they do not want to go to bed.
Yeah, my daughter gets real clingy around bedtime, and she won't let me go. And we've tried everything, stories and toys and things like that. But she knows.
She's just running the show, man. So because bath time. Now, once she's in there, is she usually cool? Or is it more like usually once they're in there, it's cool. But yeah, dude, like
getting them in there, getting the clothes off.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Wetting her hair, those are all screams and fights. And,
dude, that's the worst. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, they get in the tub, they don't want to be cleaned. Like,
right.
They just, like, I
they
get
just
it,
want to play
right?
in the
But
tub.
it's like, oh man.
That's funny.
Oh yeah. So bath time, bedtime. But it's like it is magical. Like JJ and like they'll take showers every now and then, like just for speed's for speed's sake. But even those I'm like, oh, like bedtime.
Yeah.
And my one buddy is what like his sons are older now, and he's like that was like one of the things he's like dude, it's the weirdest thing of all things. I'm like, oh, bath time is gone. So it's like it's just one day the thing we hate the most. We won't remember.
Right.
We won't remember how much we hate it. We'll all remember like they were just so cute.
They were so cute,
like,
tiny.
Oh yeah. And did she have like that pooped in the tub for the first time? That's all.
Several times.
I feel like it's like every America's Funniest Home videos too. It's just like there's the kid just like. And see, like the little turd pop out, just like oh, it happened. It happened. You have to write a passage at bath time. You gotta drop that deuce every.
Right.
But cool, man. So no, I like that. And anything else that you would share on that topic?
Just keep in mind like what we said, and like what you just said. Then when you think they're not looking, that's when they're looking. And just let that kind of guide your actions and behaviors.
Gotcha. You always get they got eyes in all parts of their heads. Though.
They sure do.
Awesome, man. Well, so kind of expanding on how you want to be remembered. What's on your dad bucket list?
Ooh.
What isn't on your dad bucket list, right? Dads just have so much stuff that we're gonna epically do.
On my dad bucket list. I think teaching her to drive will be wild.
Yeah. Dude, I feel like do we like bust out the Willoughby Middle School the helmet?
Yeah,
and just,
right.
I am not nervous at all.
Yeah, right.
I am so excited for this moment.
I think about that. I think about she's gonna be that old someday, and that's gonna happen. But I'm looking forward to the typical milestones. Going to school.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to take her to Disney World. That's on my list.
Yeah.
When she's old enough.
What is your for you and your wife? What's old enough? Everybody has their different some people I talk to. It's they're taking the kids out the womb to Disney.
Yeah.
And then I think Erica's rules they have to be at least 5 or 6. It's there's her.
I would say 6 to 8 would be the kind of ideal.
16 to 18.
They can pay for it themselves.
They'll appreciate it a lot more when they're footing
right.
some of the bill.
Right. No, I think that's a good age.
Remember this. You better remember this.
Yeah, that's a good age to go.
Yeah.
I think because they'll be able to make some memories.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And actually, you remember Kaplan, right?
Yeah.
So Kaplan's. His brother, we were chatting. He had took his kids to Disney, but so I asked him, like, dude, like, okay, what, like, looking back, like, obviously a lot of craziness, a lot of time and effort goes into it, but like, what advice would you give someone going to Disney? He's like, don't worry about anything Disney. Like, don't be looking at the Disney stuff. He's like, turn around and like look at them and just like take in them
Experiencing.
like when they see that castle or when they see that ride or they see their favorite character, like focus more on like them, because otherwise he's like, dude, it's just otherwise you're just gonna have like just a never-ending stress the whole time, and that it's like you're never gonna be able to like do everything, I guess, but
right.
So yeah, that's my little Disney tip there. But cool, man. So Disney, 6 to 8, 16 to 18. What else? Do you want to teach? Sorry, selfish question. Do you want to teach her to play music?
I've thought about that. I would like her to be involved in music. I don't want to push it on her.
Right.
But I remember when I was young, musical education was part of my growing up, and I think I benefited greatly from that. Not just in music, but just it taught me a lot of life skills. So I would like to continue that. All my sisters were all in music too, since we were growing up. Now most of the kids take music lessons.
Okay.
So I want to continue that.
Nice. What age? Because even too, I'm thinking like, because I want it to be something that I don't like. Was it Varsity Blue? Whatever that movie was. I don't want your life.
Yeah,
right. So
right.
I don't want to like force anything onto them. Like, dude, like, because I'll bust out the guitar and like I swear they'll be into a song.
Yeah.
And they'll help me. Like I'm like, oh, okay, we gotta draw out like the tabs and just like they'll be all into it. But the second I know the song,
then they're bored with it.
it's just like don't want. I'm like, I thought we were starting a band. What the heck? Starting a family band. So I guess it's like there's a certain age that you're like saying, okay, I'm gonna try and get her into music, or it's just kind of like just whenever like.
I just try and expose her a lot to music.
Yeah.
I play for her a lot. I play in the background a lot while she's watching TV and things like that. So hopefully from that exposure that will lead her to kind of organically want to follow, but we'll see.
Yes. You're sending those subliminal.
Yeah.
just playing behind her, like, don't pay any attention.
Right.
Like, just getting you interested in the music.
Yeah.
So that's cool. What else?
Other milestones. I think those are the big ones right now.
Awesome. Well, those are good, man. Those are good. So, so last question I have for you is, what is your dad mantra? So, some people it's like a line in a poem, or like a lyric in a song, or just something maybe there was a dad mantra passed on for the generations.
Yeah, you actually said it earlier.
Okay.
That is, the day is long, but the years are short.
Yes.
That's been my mantra now, as I've dealt with these very, very long days that feel like 3 days.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something, and I kind of repeat that to myself a lot, especially now that she's turning 2, and I just think, where did it go?
Yes.
That's very true.
Yes.
And then, but on a day-to-day basis, it's like, I can't do this anymore.
Yes. No. That. Yeah, man. I love it. Yeah, because it's. Well, thank you, man. Thank you. That's cool. I stole your mantra, and it's helped me a lot. It's a very good one. Use it, because I don't know, man. Like you need those reminders.
Yeah.
And it's like no one's gonna give it to you, right? No one's gonna, except for when it's like every 365 days goes by, and you're like, oh crap, right?
Yeah.
Like we're here. But yeah, man, just it's cherishing the suffering, I guess.
That's a good one. I like that one.
It should really say it. So
Yeah.
very cool, man. Awesome. Well, anything else to add? But anything we did not cover that we should have?
It's, I was very nervous to become a dad. And it's been great. It really has. There's no other word for it.
Yes. The greatness exudes from
Yeah.
you. So yes.
Sure.
So you want to achieve greatness, become a dad. So, but very cool. Well, thank you everybody for rocking out with us. Literally this time.
Yeah.
That was sweet. That was
Jam
sweet.
session.
So, and we are gonna, come back. We're gonna have another video of a bonus video of how to floss like a boss. So if you want to be a dad boss, check out the other video we're going to share. And I'm excited because everybody's been saying I can't do it right, and I'm going to do it right. I'm going to floss like a boss. So until next time, carpe the dad life, seize the dad life. There is no better life, man.
No,
There's no
it's
better
great.
life. So, but
It really is.
awesome. Appreciate you being here, brother.
No
Well,
problem.
just let me come here.
No
Yes.
problem.
So it's not my office. It's too cool. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.